How's it going, boys? Johnny Superbman here, and yes, it's finally arrived. Sid Meier's Civilization Brand New World came out about a week ago now, a few days ago, whenever it was. I wanted to quickly wrap up the last series that we had, the Canadian Civilization. Even though we won the science victory, I still wanted to use that army and take on the Iroquois. You guys seem to wanted to see that. So we got that done. I went on a little bit of a marathon, but I wanted to take a little bit of a break off of Civilization. Just because I wanted to play the game myself, play it through a few times, just so I can get a general grasp on all the new ideas and new updates in the game, and there are a few of them. The game is played completely different. The technology tree hasn't been updated like it was in the last expansion. They're all still in the same spots, but things that you unlock in each technology tree and just little things, and the whole culture, like culture has been completely overhauled. So yeah, we're going to be starting up our new Sid Meier's Civilization Brand New World series within any day now, okay? But just as always for the other series, I need to ask you guys which civilization we should use, what my name should be, all right, what my title should be. We can make up our own. We can use something that already exists. If you guys remember from the Roman series, we had the Superbman Reich, all right? The last one, we were just Canada, so we had, you know, the Canadian civilization, the Canadian Empire. So we can have some fun with this for anyone who's new to the Civilization series. Okay, so this video, again, I just want to see in the comments. I want you to thumb up other, civilizations that you want me to use, and I'm just going to pick one from there. But I want you guys to choose a new civilization. That's a new one that is new to this new expansion pack. So we'll get into that right now, in fact. So let's set up a mock game, alright? And yeah, I was using Brazil as the last time. I'll go through all the new civilizations in this one, okay? So Morocco, Ahmed Al-Mansour from Morocco, gateway to Africa, receives 3+ gold and 1+ culture for each trade route with a different civ or city-state. The trade route owners receive 2+ gold for each trade route sent to Morocco. Yeah, so that's another new thing for this expansion pack, trade routes. Before, you can only have trade routes from your own cities, you know, but now you can send trade routes on land or by water to other civilizations that give bonuses to both civilizations. So yeah, you can increase your gold in science, but you're also helping out the other civilizations. So I don't know, it's like a double-edged sword, but this one seems to have a bonus for the trade routes, okay? So Morocco, Alexander was in the last one, Assyria, I'm not even trying to pronounce that, treasures of Nineveh, when a city is conquered, gain a free technology already discovered by its owner. Gaining a city through a trade deal does not count, and it can only happen once per enemy city. So it seems like definitely a warmongering civilization. You know, you want to take cities, and you don't even have to do your own research. You can research everything into your military so that when you take out the cities, you gain technology from other categories, you know, and research things that way. So that's actually a pretty good warmongering civilization, okay? Attila, yeah, we've already seen all these ones. Yeah, Casimir III from Poland, Solidarity, receives a free social policy when you advance to the next era. So every time you go from like the ancient to the I don't even know, the ancient, classical, Renaissance, industrial, modern. I think there may be one missing in there. But every time you switch to a new era, you get a social policy, which is pretty good for culture. But culture victory is not won through culture anymore. It's won through tourism. Culture is now it's a defensive mechanism, the way it was explained to me, right? You want to raise your culture so that you don't enable other civilizations to win by culture. It's like your defense toward their tourism. We'll get into that later, okay? Even I'm not 100% on this new tourism and culture in this new expansion pack. I got to still figure it out, and you guys can help me out with that. Catherine, no, we've already seen these guys. We've already seen all of them. Yep. Okay, so Venice, Enrico Dandolo, cannot gain settlers nor annex cities, so you can't create any cities yourself. Double the normal number of trade routes available, so that's pretty good. And a merchant of I can't even talk. A merchant of Venice appears after researching optics. May purchase in puppeted cities. Okay, so yeah, you can't. You can only, I guess you can puppet cities. Yeah, you can puppet cities. You can take cities and puppet cities, but you can't annex cities. So really, the only city that you can control is your main city. So that looks like I don't even know how you'd win that one. That's a tough one to win. Maybe a diplomatic victory. You know, you take over all the city-states. Maybe. Indonesia, Spice Islanders. The first 3 cities founded on continents other than where Indonesia started each provide 2 unique luxury resources and can never be raised. Wow, okay, so this one, you want to get out there and explore. You want to go out to other lands that are not connected to your continent, found, and even if there's not a luxury resource, you'll get 2 luxury resources anyway. So that's like a plus 8 or plus 6. How much does the luxury resource go up by? 4, 3? Something like that. So yeah, they're really good, expansive. You should just get naval units and go looking for new lands with them for sure. And your happiness wouldn't diminish. So that's a pretty cool one, actually. I haven't even thought about that one, really. Gandhi, Genghis Khan. All right, Sweden, Ethiopia, we've already seen all of them. We've seen these guys. Spain, yeah, Spain was in there. Portugal, all right. So Maria the First, Marie, I don't even know how to pronounce that. Resource diversity grants twice as much gold for Portugal in trade routes. So again, another one based on trade routes. You should have as many resource diversity. Grants twice as much. I don't know exactly what that means. Grants twice as much. So I'm thinking, if your trade route gets you 10 gold, maybe gets you 20 gold now. I don't know. You guys can maybe help me explain anything that I'm wrong about here. If you guys know the expansion, in and out, just correct me. I'm not 100% sure. That's why I'm still playing through it, okay? Austria, they're already in it. Yep. They were already in it. Yep. Pedro from Brazil. Okay, this one is clearly a cultural victory. But remember, cultural victory is now tourism. So tourism output is 100% during golden ages. Earn great artists, musicians, and writers 50% faster during their golden ages. Okay, so again, pretty much a culture victory. I cannot even talk. If you're going for a cultural win, definitely go for Pedro, which is interesting because we haven't had a culture win yet. Okay, Potekello, the Shoshan, great expanse. Founded cities start with additional territory. This one's an interesting one, and I'm going to show you guys this one because I want to start up a game just to show you guys an example of the new things. I'm going to use this one. So, founded cities start with an additional territory. Units receive a combat bonus when fighting within their own territory. So, great for defending your territory. And, yeah, the starting with additional territory is amazing. I'll show you guys what it is. Ramses II, we've already seen that guy. Yeah, we've seen these guys. Shaka, the Zulus, melee units cost 50% less maintenance. All units require 25% less experience to earn their next promotion. So definitely you want to use land units and use domination when you're using the Zulus. Go down here. I think that's it. Yeah, okay, that's it. Now, I didn't go through the special units because, again, I'm not too sure about them. You guys can help me out. So, again, you got the Zulus. You got the Shoshan. You got Brazil. You got Portugal. You got Indonesia. You got Venice. You got Poland. And you got, I think that's, and Assyria and Morocco, okay? So those are the ones that are available for you guys to choose from. The other ones I'm not even going to entertain, so don't even, you can go ahead and you can put Rome or Paris if you want, but that's not going to happen. I'm going to be using one of the new civilizations, okay? And just to show you guys some examples of in-game features, I'm going to pick the Shoshan, okay? Just to show you guys. We're going to leave all that stuff the same way, yeah. And again, when it comes to, let me just lower down the volume here, the voice. When it comes to everything, when it comes to starting up the game, right? What map type should we use? What resource starting? What water levels? Like what year should we be starting in? Barbarians on or off? What's it called? The ancient ruins on or off? Go nuts in this video. Everything and anything about the game, options-wise, civilizations-wise, random leaders, which leaders we should be facing, everything you guys can think of, go ahead and write it down in the comments. You may give me a good idea. I will be reading the comments for this. And when we start up the series in the next few days, okay, I definitely will be going back to this video and looking through it. So, we got the start up here, okay? It's basically the exact same. You can see the technology tree. Everything is in the exact same spot. There may be a few different things like to unlock, like the caravansary or whatever it's called. That's for the caravans. That's a trade route building now, so that's like a new building. But all the technologies are pretty much in the same spot, okay? So that's not new. Now, watch this. This is the upgrade for this civilization that I'm using. When I found the new city, look how many, instead of just getting the border around the city, like these, let me show you the grid, these 6 territories right here, watch what he gets. Boom. Look at that. It's random, but look at the territory that you get. And that's from every single, what's it called, city that I found. Every city that I found, I get that kind of territory. And when these guys start, I don't start with a warrior unit. I start with a scout unit, okay? The Pathfinder is their special unit, and it's a scout, which means that I can move up hills through uphills through trees and keep going forward. And also their upgrade was fighting in your own territory as a bonus. So since our territory is bigger now, and this scout is fighting in this territory against barbarians, they're that much more effective. So you can actually defend your lands with that, okay? So that's why it's a pretty good civilization. I'm not saying pick this civilization, but you can see how it's a little bit different. Now everything up here looks the same. You can see the new trade route. It'll tell you how many available trade routes you have and how many that you are using. So once this number starts to go up, I want to make this number go up. Say it goes to 1, I want to get 1 caravan. Okay, but to do that, you got to find the other civilizations and make sure that there's no fog of war between the city that you want to send it from to the city that you're going to. Okay, and also barbarians can ruin your caravan, so you got to stay on top of that. So that's all that stuff. Culture. Okay, so I'll show you guys culture. It's completely different. No more are there, like, if I pick rationalism, I can't pick this one, or if I pick aesthetics, I can't pick this one. You can choose anything at any time, and it doesn't negate anything else now. Okay, ideology is the new one, where you can choose 3 different ideologies once you get to the modern era, or you build your first factory. All right, that's ways away. But remember, social policies aren't won this way. You don't get 5 social policies and then build the Utopia project. That's how you won culture before. It's not like that anymore. Now it's tourism, okay? Now you have to get certain buildings in cities and then get great works of art, like great artists or great writers or great musicians, and create great works of art to put in your cities. And basically what it is you see how my culture is +1, my tourism is +0. I'm not making any tourism. You basically want to make more tourism than other civilizations or culture. That's how culture is defense against tourism now, okay? So if my tourism is +500, and then you have another civilization whose only culture is +200, I'm dominating them in culture. And if I can get every single other civilization dominated by tourism to their culture, then I win a cultural victory. My tourism dominates, and every other civilian and all the other civilizations want to come visit my country to experience my culture, because the culture in their civilization isn't up to par, okay? I know that may sound a little confusing. I'm still getting in touch with it, but that's how it works now. So it's not about getting as many wonders, and it's about getting as much culture as you can to win culture victory. It's about getting as many, or it's about increasing your tourism output, okay? So you guys can help me out with that. We're going to leave it right here. I'm not going to go ahead any turns. We don't need to. So which civilization should I be? Which type of victory should I go after? That can change in the game. But what should my name be? Everything and anything you guys can think of. Go nuts in the video. And also, don't just put comments. Go down and thumbs up some comments. I want to see some high-rated thumbs up comments, so I know which ones, are the ones I should be going with. I don't want to just read, 1,000 different comments. I want to read like 200 thumbs up comments, okay? So there you go, boys. We're going to leave it right there. And within a few days, we will be starting up our new Civilization 5, A Brave New World series. All right? And I will see you guys there.